Good morning, everybody, and welcome to the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte. Today, I'm your host, Alan, and we are delighted that you've chosen to join us today on this marvelous March morning. So, one of the things we love to do here is to connect to so many people through modern technologies such as YouTube, Facebook, and all of our social media channels. So, I invite you to check out our website, cslcharlotte.org. Put in a prayer request and subscribe. We're always adding something new each and every week. So who are we at CSL Charlotte? Well, we are a new thought community based on the science of mind. The science of mind philosophy was created in the early 20th century by writer and lecturer Dr. Ernest Holmes. Dr. Holmes was a man on a mission. He combined truths and wisdom from all the world's traditions and spiritual paths and created a fresh, new way for us to look at ourselves and how we fit into this world. So what do we do here at CSL Charlotte? Well, we are a diverse community, and we are all here to support each other as we grow to become the spiritual light beings that we are. It doesn't matter your race, sexual orientation, or any other physical distinctions. We are all here to support each other on spiritual growth. And you can just be yourself. You don't have to lead your philosophy or nature of knowledge. In fact, we use many holy scriptures such as the Bible, the Quran, the Bhagavad Gita, and the Dhammapada, just to name a few examples. So why are we here at CSL Charlotte? Our vision is to live and embody these teachings, so we can all become leaders, and to inspire future leaders who will fully live this practice, so we can create a much better world for everybody that works for all. So if that sounds wonderful to you, then I invite you to our weekly consciousness meetings on Tuesday nights at 6 p.m. Eastern Time. And there we'll teach you the tools to do just that, how to grow and develop into a tree like this. So before I pass the mic over to our fabulous leader, I'd like to read you a quote. It is a common experience that a problem difficult at night is resolved in the morning after the committee of sleep has worked on it. And that is by John Steinbeck. So with that, I'll pass the mic over to our fabulous, radiant Reverend Rosedale Jones.
Wow, he let the cat out the bag about sleep as a spiritual practice, because he basically talked about the committee of sleep while we go to sleep. You guys get ready. Welcome to CSL Charlotte, and thank you for being here on YouTube or wherever you are. We're looking forward to you growing with us as well. So today, I just want to tell you what we do and who we are. I'm not going to do all that. Alan has done that, but I just want you to know that we are the Center for Spiritual Living Charlotte, but the Mind, Body, Spirit Center. And we have just wrapped up Women's Month and celebrating the divine the divine feminine spirit that lives in us women and men as well. You know, we all have both sides to us. I don't know if you're going to get all squeamish about it, but it's the truth. We got them both. So we were just celebrating the divine feminine spirit. So I'm one of the proud women that really like both sides of me, my masculine and my feminine, but that's a whole nother thing. So anyway, with all that honor that we did for Women's Month, I want you to know that we are going to continue to evolve and to inspire and to lead right along with that whole thing every single month, week, and whatever times we have. So the first thing we're going to do today is we're going to open up our spiritual Sunday celebration with an opening affirmative prayer. And what this affirmative prayer does is it sets the tone for us. So today we're talking about sleep as a spiritual practice. So first on the platform is our emeritus spiritual practitioner, Maureen Thurston, aka Mo. Now listen to her prayer and just think about sleep as a spiritual practice. And if you want to be open to awaken to sleep as a spiritual practice, just pretty much put in your prayer request, because this is the person who will be on the other end to send it to your inbox. So request that prayer and start learning how to sleep as a spiritual practice and read this prayer for yourself every day. And here's the thing though, you do have to make that choice to put in the request in order to have it. So with that being said, Mo, please make it do what it do.
Okay, thank you. So as we step into this precious time as this amazing community here today, I know that each and every one of us brings forth into this time together the consciousness that we bring in that supports each and every one of us here. I know that Reverend Rosedale's message touches every one of us. She always touches my heart. There's not a time when she has not done that. I am grateful for this community, for the message that we are going to receive, for the ability for us to get together on a Sunday and to share this time together. It is a blessing in my life. So as I release this and I let it go, I know that everything runs smoothly and easily. And we all get from Reverend Rosedale's message what is ours to hear. And it is done with an open heart, with an open mind, and with peace within. So I release, I let go, and I let God, and together we can affirm this, and just by saying, and so it is.
And so it is. Yep. So next on our platform, we have our reader. And our reader is none other than this girl who just loves service with CSL Charlotte when she's available, and we always love her. She's one of my main teammates. So with that being said, this is Jerry Campbell, aka Groovy G, for a specific reason. But you know what? A name is a name, right? But you know what? I know something about her today that she's probably gotta be thinking about sleep as a spiritual practice simply because she's doing the reading. I know she knows it now. So listen to Groovy's reading, and so this way you can gain more clarity about sleep as a spiritual practice for yourself. And after her reading, I want you to listen to the song God Is, because it's by Faith Rivera. But you got to know that God is in your sleep. God is wherever you are, right? So that's going to follow her reading. Now, with that being said, you may want to try sleep as a spiritual practice from now on after listening to this whole thing. Listen to Groovy and the song. Groovy, let it happen.
Good morning, everyone. It's my honor to read a little something written by our very own Rosedale Jones. It's called Sleep is a Portal, Not a Pause. For many, sleep has evolved into a profound spiritual practice. It's a journey of spiritual mind blended into rhythms of rest. It's not just about closing your eyes. It's about creating a habit that invites deeper awareness. Consciousness doesn't simply pause when we sleep. It ventures into a different realm of awareness. This understanding aligns not only with poetic metaphor, but also with spiritual science. Here's the remarkable truth. Sleep is not merely unconsciousness, it's a glimpse into eternity. While brainwave patterns can track the stages of sleep, the true location of consciousness during this time remains mysterious. Remarkably, consciousness seems to detach from the ordinary awareness, yet continues to generate vivid, emotional, and deeply meaningful dreamscapes. This suggests that consciousness is far more expansive than just brain activity alone. Ancient cultures understood this mystery well. They honor sleep as a sacred gateway to wisdom and spiritual insight. Some traditions speak of electromagnetic patterns leaving the body during sleep, connecting us to unseen dimensions. Mystics, scientists, and even intelligence agencies have explored this mysterious transition from wakefulness to sleep. This transition has been proven to be a space where awareness shifts, insights unfold, and our connection to the greater whole is quietly restored. By embracing sleep as more than a pause, we open ourselves to deeper healing, creativity, and spiritual awakening as a conscious return to the divine. The following was a quote from Reverend Rosedale Jones. Consciousness is much bigger than your brain activity alone. And so it is.
Indeed, in and out and through us. Let's just take a short centering and just breathe. Just breathe. Wherever I am, God is breathing through me, breathing life through me, in and out. And exhale. What I like about the song God is it gently reminds me that sleep is a shift in consciousness. That's all it is. It's no pause, just like you heard from the reading. God is there in the sleep. It's a continuous movement. It's a continuous energy. See, I'm reminded by that song that God is wherever I am before I go to sleep and when I wake up, because God is me. So that excites me. So science, though, has the proof that when we go to sleep, we open ourselves to align with God in and out and through us. You heard her, she breathes it. We breathe it. Trust it. Because it's a powerful reminder, this whole song is a powerful reminder that we don't have to force anything. And the song also tells me that a lot about sleep as a spiritual practice, and it also says that God is where I am, even in my sleep. I just keep saying that over and over because I want it to be heard, because you're going to hear some more deepness stuff. So deepen your practice and let the truth open you up to sleep as a spiritual practice. Now, I know when I'm experiencing sleep as a spiritual practice. What about you? But you will know today, or you will try it. So you're a choice, though. You can decide whether or not you want to try some spiritual practices like sleep as a spiritual practice, and you know it's at your choice. But this way, you get to know that. So wiggle your fingers and your toes, and also come back, but also stay relaxed. Stay open to what you're about to hear. So that's the reason for us taking that moment just to relax the mind, just to get some new stuff. But anyway, I got good news. Did you know that developing a spiritual bedtime routine primes your consciousness for deeper insights? I'm so fun. Listen, research actually highlights the REM sleep. Now, REM means rapid eye movement. And so that one is when you are about to go to sleep. Your eyes are going, because half of us don't realize it, that we're trying not to always go to sleep, but it's going to take you. You don't have a choice because your consciousness needs it. So then next thing you know, you find yourself in dream states. You find yourself going deeper. Then all of a sudden, you don't think you find you, but you're there. See, my studies shows, Frontiers in Psychology and the Journal of Consciousness are the two major ones I was digging in this week, because they really enlightened me on sleep even deeper, because I've been reading them for quite a bit and actually practicing this. So what they show is that lucid dreaming is something that enhances mindfulness for us, introspection, and also in our spiritual insights. Oh my God. Well, the other morning, I have a lot of dreams, so I'm not going to all those things. Now, Rosedale, come on, calm down. My research in psychophysiology, I can't stand that they make all these words up, but it's real, it's true, it's a thing. Psychophysiology is a thing, and I have to accept that. So what psychophysiology does is it confirms that meditation improves our sleep. Aha. by increasing this slow wave sleep. Now, if you're a person that says, oh, I hate meditation, I don't want to do this, then it's going to take you a little longer to actually swift over there to that other realm. But you will when you're ready. When the student is ready, the teacher will appear. Now, see, this is the thing about slow wave sleep. Now, that was rapid eye. The slow wave sleep, it means that now you're really asleep, but you're in a deep stage. But does that mean that your body is that what you're working with that day? Nope. It does not say that. It just says that it puts you in such a deep trance that there's things that have to be done in the spiritual realm. Now, I know you could say this lady's nuts, but it's okay. That's why I'm going to have a class of a full breakdown, a workshop of sleep as a consciousness, right? So this slow wave sleep that we experience is referred to as a deep sleep. And what it does, it reduces insomnia, but you got to get there. But in order to get there, you have to make it a habit, and you have to also become used to doing this. See, then it also will help improve our emotional resilience. See, here's the thing. When we practice inner stillness, which is the same as meditation, but when we practice inner stillness, it carries us into our rest time. Rest is not just a pause. It is a practice. But the thing is, consistent spiritual practice, you know what it does for us? It leads to greater benefits for inner stillness, for meditation, for reduction of insomnia. And so remember, the word I said was consistent. That's the operating word here. So now I chose this topic because using sleep as a spiritual practice is something I made my main spiritual practice. And every night before I go to sleep, I am expecting a lot from my rest time. So I end my day pretty much with some type of gratitude or happiness, or on my way home, I might be saying, wow, that was fabulous. I can't wait till I get back to lay down, to relax this through. That was great, because so many great things I'm noticing more in my life than the not so great things. Because I used to notice the not so great things, but then I can't move into where I need to go. So as I'm coming home, I'm priming the pump for my rest. So sleep makes me very intuitive, I might add, and it's working very well with my work. My work is mind, body, spirit. Those three must connect so that we can build, so that we can strengthen, we can expand our awareness, we can expand on our health, we can heal things in our body, but we have to become into our calmness and the trust. And we have to let it do well. So what I find that my intuition does is that when I'm facilitating, whether it's a strength class, a yoga class, or even a spiritual practice, a spiritual private session, I'm resonating left and right because I'm allowing the flow to come through me. I'm not trying to know it. I'm just letting it flow because I've already read all that. So I'm just going to let it come and let it be what it be. So for me, what happens, sleep induces my intuition. It also helps me with my inner stillness, and I get this deep sense of certainty. Now that's confidence. When you are certain that you're going to do all right. And I must tell you, at first, when you first step, or I don't know, everybody tells me that especially if they're speakers or actors or whatever, when you first start with people, you're going, okay, what am I going to do? I don't even know. But you do know. So then what happens for me is I decide that I'm going to get certain here before we go. So what I will do is probably talk a few minutes and put some little ad lib or something like that and smile at a couple of faces and warm up the audience or whatever. But it's all because that intuition from the night before is still riding with me. And I trust that it's still there. See, people hear and feel what what they want to hear and feel. And I trust my intuition to say whatever it needs to be done, to be said. And I never say, oh, don't say that, or I don't. In other words, trusting my intuition means that I am not fishing, is just the right thing to say. I'm saying it with certainty. Got it? So that's what I'm trying to say. I said a whole lot of words to let you know that you got to be able to talk to people with certainty, but you can do that if you would just rest. Your intuition will align perfectly with whatever the needs are for you that day. Whatever the needs are for you to finish a particular project, it will all align with you. Because sleep as a spiritual practice does all of that for me. And whatever service I do in the world for anybody, it's all based on mind, body, spirit, because those are the things that keep us alive and well. Now, if you don't believe that, trust this. Spirit, the only reason why spirit's living in our bodies is because we are somewhat healthy. So don't listen to all those little diagnoses that you constantly get. There's something good here. So work on that so that that spirit will stay. Because if we can't take care of this and keep it strong and build it, spirit will leave it. We don't need that. We just need to take that time, get that rest, get the thoughts that you're supposed to do and do what you know you're supposed to do. Because you know your mind is saying, oh no, you're not even remembering that this is what you were told last night. This is what you did last night. This is what you promised you would do today. But you're thinking back to your consciousness. You left your consciousness and you went back into your physical world. We can't afford that anymore, right? We just can't. So the thing is, I ask many questions at night for myself, and I found it to be so transformational for me, because what happens is I made it a habit to set an intention at bedtime, what I'm going to do. Even though I'm not even sure what to expect, whether I'm going to dream or not, I set an intention, because I might say, I just want to know what am I going to do with so-and-so. She weighs 400 pounds and she needs my help and she needs me to make her. Man, let me tell you something. When it was all said and done, she understood, she felt secure. It wasn't about, well, let me tell you how to lose the weight. No, that wasn't about that. It just went to the place it was supposed to go. And it's the guidance, it's the clarity, it's the peace that's within me that's no longer afraid to say the things I need to say to her to help her to grow. You know, and it's a progress for me to learn the right things to say to who. You know, not learn, for me to trust that what I'm about to say is the right thing. So I have learned to expect another thing that comes out. And that is obstacles. Obstacles, we have to say to ourselves, instead of being afraid of those obstacles, you're going to say for example, you say, oh no, that's not going to work. My credit's not good enough. Oh, that's not going to work. I don't have enough talent for that job. Well, before you do that, see it as an obstacle and solve it. So do you need to have some skill? Then practice up a skill. That's part of your obstacle. So whatever obstacles you know that's going to come up, prepare yourself for them. Even on the most challenging days for me, I've noticed I've been prepared for my obstacles. I use sleep as a spiritual practice a lot. And here's the thing. You heard the reading, sleep is a portal, not a pause. Hear that? Because people think it's just a pause between today and tomorrow. Oh, no, it is so not that. It's more powerful than that could ever be. Sleep is consciousness. It's a consciousness transition, and it's a thing where we shift into another realm of awareness. Sleep gives us a glimpse into the inner stillness, into our healing. If we're open, I have had 7 or 8 different things healed from me, for myself, over the past couple of years. But lately, It's so good, you know, because my awakening is constantly unfolding now because I'm expecting obstacles. I'm expecting to, in my rest, hear what I'm supposed to do. So then I'm just going to trust tomorrow and I'm going to go out like today. I'm just going to trust that what I'm talking about makes sense, right? Sleep, guys, is far from being a passive pause. No. See, the truth is, sleep aligns with blending ancient wisdom with spiritual science. Because they're all doing the probes, they're putting the probes, and I had a test like that, and I love how they do that. And they could tell you how many, oh, I know when I did one, when I did the sleep thing. Oh my God, that was fabulous. And they were able to tell me how many times I breathed, when I lit up, when I was dreaming, even though they can't see my dreams, only I saw them, which I don't even know what they were or in that particular test because they said they see the dream. So I'm just gonna not go out that far. But guys, it's just the blending of ancient wisdom and spiritual science. It really is. See, the truth is, sleep has become known as a powerful spiritual practice in a lot of different movements of spirituality. So it's a conscious doorway or gateway. When you hear the word gateway, it's the same as doorway, but it's a conscious doorway to transformation. So, how do you feel now about developing a spiritual bedtime routine for your consciousness and deeper insights? See, I challenge you to prepare your spirit at night by engaging in gentle meditation or maybe journaling and probably affirmations. But some people are going to go there and they lay to bed and go, bam, because they don't trust, they don't believe enough to actually take that time. Because if you believed it, you'd be doing it. It only takes a simple practice to shift your consciousness from your daily distractions all the way out to inner spirit, inner stillness. Only a few practices and it becomes a habit. Oh my goodness. Once it becomes a habit, you will enjoy sleep as a spiritual practice. Oh my God, you will enjoy it. And you will have a better time when you wake up in the morning and say, now that feels good. I mean, I think the last 8 months since I've been working on this, I get up every morning and say, I feel good. You know, I feel great. I remember 20 years ago, I would get up and say, oh, I don't know about today, da, da, da. Oh, that doesn't come that easily to me to not know. It used to be easy for me because it was the habit. Now, before I go to sleep, I ask myself for guidance in any specific area. I don't ask the you in the sky. Watch the you who I talk to in a minute. But anyway, when you wake up, you spend a few minutes of your time in how you feeling. Feel through the body. A good idea is, Timmy P mentioned Yoga Nidra. If you know anything about that, you will know that you're just going to feel through each body part for 5 minutes. My goodness, that's not long. Me, I take a little longer because there's certain exercises I need to do before I get up because my legs, my knees, I want to make sure I got them, whatever I had going on with them, gone. It's gone. But I just still continue to practice on them. Or whatever part. I had a thing with my arm a couple of months ago. I still work it now. You know, it's fabulous. I had the muscles, the bone shift in my clavicle. They just came back miraculously. As a matter of fact, I looked the other day and said, my God, look how strong these bones are. So I'm telling you, sleep. Whew, guys, just saying. So things happen 24/7 in our bodies, in our mind, and in our spirit. Mind, body, spirit. All three of them integrate all day long. So we just have to close our eyes to see. Oh, that sounds weird, doesn't it? Close your eyes if you want to see what's going on in your world. Because before bed, you want to make it a habit to ask yourself a couple of questions. They're coming from you. They're coming through you, and you are the one that can ask them and get the answer. So I'm constantly reminding myself that I am a spiritual being having a human experience when things get kicked out of control. You know, so if an obstacle comes that I'm not ready, I just got to remind myself this is a human experience, right? So you got to be prepared for all of your obstacles and make them up. Because if you just say, what's that thing called spiritual bypass? If you just say, oh, everything's just going well till they stop. Because you know it's not. You got to say to yourself, and when it doesn't, I got you. So, and that's it. So there are going to be many times that you're going to question yourself and say, dang, is there an easier way to life? Man, things are going to be lingering all in your mind a lot. You better stop just lingering and wondering about that thing, because here's the thing. If you truly want to see change, it starts with developing a strong desire for transformation. I'm telling you, oh my goodness, my hands are so nice and straight. But let me just tell you something. Every now and then I would notice how a knuckle was trying to come out of place. I fix it. But you got to do a lot of little things. It's not going to just go overnight. But it's not a one and done. My bones right here recovered. And I'm telling you, it was a year ago. It shut down. I didn't know how that was going to fix. But all the little things that I did over the last year, I saw it just the other day. I said, oh, look at it. Keep doing what you're doing. That's all I can tell me, because don't know exactly what the thing is that hit it. But keep doing what you're doing, developing that strong desire for the transformation, developing that strong idea to be habitually asking yourself these questions, Rosedale, because you know what? Forming this habit is more than important. It is totally important. So here's the thing. A commitment to consistently practice is equally important as making the thing a habit. It's equally that commitment, did I say a commitment is, life has a way of sweeping us away in all the distractions. Everybody's talking about what I have to say, what Trump is doing, and they worried. You know what? That's distractions. But they're all into the stop. You can't control what goes on out there, but you better control what goes on here, because this is where you're going to feel good. You're not going to feel good out there with your eyes out there. Close your eyes to see, because distractions, they feel like noise and chaos. You don't need it, especially if we build it ourselves. So when we pause and we reflect, we realize that here's the deal, that your well-being and your inner peace, all three of those things are all focused, and they are far more important than what's going on in the White House. I'm telling you, just like that. And it's just endless chatter that everybody's talking about, this and that. Stop, stay out of their world. Get in your own. Because inner peace is a high consciousness, and it costs a lot. You know what it costs? A lot of time. And if you're not willing to give it to you and you want to give it to them, well, then there you go. You're paying through your pain, through your angst, and through all of that sadness, because you choose to pay your dues over there instead of in here. Let these events around you unfold. And from the quote that Groovy read in her reading, sleep is a portal, not a pause. Well, listen to this. The quote meant something. It's real deep. When she read it, I was going, oh my God, I can't believe I wrote that. But yeah, listen to this. Consciousness is much bigger than your brain activity alone. Everybody thinks that your mind is in your brain. No. Your mind is your entire body. Your consciousness is your entire body. In other words, make it a habit to develop that instead of what's happening over there in his house or her house or in their life. I can't put myself in my kids' lives and try to figure out what's your deal. Honey, let me get my deal. That's the way I look at it. See, remember, sleep is a gateway to clarity, to balance, especially for me. What about you? You can make it that way, but it's a reset button. Boom, press it. What it does, it restores my energy. It realigns my inner compass. So now, what I do? North, south, east, west. North, south, east, west. What does that say? As above, so below. What am I doing? The same thing. Okay, I'm not going there. But anyway, north, south, east, west. I'm making the cross, but not the cross you think. Okay? It restores, it makes my compass well. It makes me know what direction I'm going. Okay? And I don't have to have a pen to write it down, but I do have to take that time the night before and intend to know what to do tomorrow, or intend to what to do in the next 2 or 3 hours. First, I take a review of my dreams in the morning. That's the first thing I do when I wake up. Maybe sometimes I don't remember the dream. So I say, whatever my dream was, let that be whatever I need today. That's all. I don't have to go through all no craziness, but I trust that it's doing it because I said so. I told me. So therefore, I'm not going to try to look for nothing else other than the ideas that come out of me. I wake up in the morning feeling happier, clearer, connected. Here's the thing. When I wake up, I expect my day to be easy. I expect obstacles so I'm not thrown away or blown away by anything that could show up. Since I always expect these obstacles, I know that I'm preparing myself for the best and the worst. Okay? People say, oh my gosh, she said the worst. Yes. Because now, when you really think about it, spirituality is deeper than just having all these beautiful, fabulous words, flowery words. What sounds good? What sounds real? Because you know we have good and bad. Oh, don't use the word bad. Okay, you keep doing that life. Well, you know, every day is a great day. Even when obstacles are thrown at you. Just accept them, figure out how to get around them, and make it happen. But when you're expecting them, you're going to get around it pretty fast. So taking that time to ask those questions at night before is very self-serving. Very self-serving. Because if not, you'll be serving all of them, but very little service goes to yourself. So it's a guarantee that every single night you're going to have self-talk. Wait a minute. It's a guarantee that every minute of the day you're going to have self-talk. So why not do it with a feeling? Do it with realness. It's about how often you use the word you. Because in our self-talk, oh wait, I have a question for you. Who and what is you for you? You heard my question. You think about that. Who and what is you for you? Just a thought. Who's what for you? Who is what for you and you for you? Who? You. I invite you to think that you is a sacred presence within you. It's more than a word. It's a presence. You. It's a pronoun for it. It's also another name for God. How many times have you heard people pray and say, I thank you for... Who are they talking to? So some people, they get themselves out of the way and start to remember those words that you hear in their minds, those words you hear in your minds are words that came from the past. Maybe people told you you're going to be a loser. Maybe whatever they told you. And they recorded. Let it go. Because those are just echoes from the past. And now you have the choice and the desire to make those words your own and to do what you got to do. So here's the beautiful thing about all of that. Those words that are now coming from you, you have the power to change it and make it different. What do you mean that's not going to work for me? I'm going to make this work. I'm going to figure out a way to do this. Maybe I'll just make an intention tonight before I go to bed and figure it out and let my dream world take me into that. Let this power within me take me there. Because those words that you and I have unknowingly recorded in our minds along the way, we have the power to change them, unlearn what you used to know, unlearn what you learned. So when you speak to yourself, you're not just talking to your mind, you're speaking to your soul. And with that same thing, you're speaking to God, and God is speaking right back to you because God is you. Huh? Who's the you for you? So whether you connect with God as a loving presence or the deity that resonates with you, self-talk is sacred. So let the mention of the word you be gentle and let it remind you of this next song, because this next song is going to be mindful about your self-talk. It's going to be a dialogue that connects you to your higher self. And it means that you have the power to change the words, the narrative that you created, so that you get to choose when you go to sleep what you will practice. Listen to the song You Say by Laura Daigle. Oh, I believe. Oh my God, did you hear that? The only thing that matters now is everything you think of me. You have every failure, God. You have every victory. Everything you think of me is the only thing that matters. You need to be in the mirror singing that song, because that's the way you get that failure stuff taken care of real quick. Because it said, you have every failure, God, and you have every victory. That's you. You got it. So which one do you want? Oh my God. How about this one? I find my worth. In you, I find my worth. And you, I find my identity. Who is you for you in those sentences, guys? So whatever the question is that you want to ask yourself tonight, please do it as sleep as a spiritual practice. And figure it out, guys, which one you're going to use. I love it. Timmy P had it. When we close our eyes to sleep. That's true. Oh my. No, when we close our eyes to see, that's what we're really doing. Oh, the differences were never meant to be. But anyway, big shout out, guys. Right? Good. I guess I'm just excited, guys, all the time. I'm just excited on life. So this morning, we had Alan on the platform. Yes, we did. He was our great MC, but you know what? He rocked that prayer this morning. So that means that he's got a lot of gratitude in him for tonight when he goes to bed. Just think about, what am I grateful for? So Mo, thank you for that outstanding opening prayer, because we know you're going to slam dunk us out when you close us out. So thank you, Groovy, for being in service with your reading and your beautiful voice that we always love to hear. And thank you, Melissa. She's the gatekeeper. She's the one who's the spotlighter to keep us all seen and heard. And Timmy P, boy, he's our fearless pilot. He's always bringing us to a safe landing, and he gives the most fabulous announcements when he's ready, boy. He get that. He can bring it back, boy. If you hadn't seen the talk, you would have heard some of the things he said, because he's going to tell you what you missed. So with that being said, more thanks to Mo. Again, she's our spiritual practitioner. She's waiting for your prayer request to come through there so she can send it back to you. So come on and do it. All right. So, I got us. I held it down, guys. So before we close out, let's recognize this. Today was all about sleep as a spiritual practice. Now, what it does, remember, sleep as a spiritual practice, it really aids us in the evolution process. Remember, we're going higher. We're going to higher grounds in life. We're not looking to stay here, okay? So we all move in spirit toward a higher ground. Let's just know that. So are you ready to trust that that spirit is always at work, moving us toward a higher ground? Because I am. I am always ready to go to the next level. I've been doing it so many years and I'm still doing it. I'm never going to stay in the same place because if you do, you stagnate. Don't do that. So stop thinking about it and just start using sleep as a spiritual practice. And so listen to Higher Ground. So now this song right here is going to tell you about where you're going. You're going always. Once you get to this level, it's time to get to the next one. So don't think that you're all, don't get too comfortable, okay? So listen to the song Higher Ground by Stevie Wonder. Yes, indeed. Keep on trying till I reach my higher ground. And so he says that we got to keep trying. So, higher ground, it just means that I use my sleep to get a higher consciousness. So, sleep as a spiritual practice. So, keep practicing. So that's what it means. I'm going to keep on trying, but I'm going to keep on practicing till I reach my higher ground. That's what. Now, knowing, growing, and evolving. Keep on trying until you reach your higher ground. It just gets better. So with that, Mo, would you kindly pray us out?
Thank you, Reverend Rosedale. What a wonderful service. Once again, thanks. So as we take this time to just take what words of wisdom we have gotten here today, I know that we go forward into this week with a lighter step, with a lighter heart, and with a consciousness that allows us to explore and to show up as to who we truly are. So as we go into this wonderful Sunday afternoon, I know that each and every one of us is blessed every day of this week, that our lives flow smoothly and easily, and we find joy and laughter and love in the quiet, simple things of life, for they are what feed our souls. So as I release and I let go, I know that the gratitude that I feel carries me through this week with a lighter step, a lighter heart, and with an excitement for all that the world unfolds before me. I release, I let go, I let God, and so it is.
And so it is. Well, thank you so much, Mo. And that was a beautiful prayer, as always. Now, I just want us to recognize a few things before we go. As we wrapped up to our beautiful and wonderful few moments together, let's use sleep as a spiritual practice this week. Let it be the destination of the week. Sleep. Right? Not a pause, but the and
Does
remember,
that include naps?
yeah, that works, Mo.
Yes.
Yes, for sure. Please, Mo, do that too. Don't, I'm glad. So now I'm counting on you to do that. Great. So thank you, Mo. That works. So remember, the universe is
Sorry.
always supporting you on your journey. So sleep well, as if your life depended on it. Ooh, I like that. So until we meet again, make sure you reflect on how grateful you are as you use sleep as a spiritual practice. And with that, until we meet, make sure you do that. And so it is.